So the latest things with Labour government at the moment, talking about EPC at the Labour conference this week in September 24, you have Ed Miliband confirming that they're going to pursue the policy of having private rental sector on top of already the housing association, to have all their rental properties to be a C or better by 2030. So that is something that's been on the card for a while. The Tory party brought it in, then didn't enact it because of fear of the issue that it will cause with stock and supply. Already we have a massive impact on supply because landlords have been exiting in their droves because of heavy regulation, as well as increase in interest rates that has happened over the last 2 years since Liz Truss. So we have a massive, almost burning platform that's going to happen here, and I think it's worth you guys preparing for this, because when this EPC regulation kicks in 2030, what will happen is, before that even kicks in, maybe 2 or 3 years from before that, or maybe even a bit longer, so even 3-4 years from now, we will start to see that banks will stop wanting to lend on any properties that are C or less. So right now, for private rental sector EPC, they have to be an E or above. And I think now lenders will start to look at this impending policy change and start to say to their underwriter, right, if we have got properties that are coming to us for remortgage or mortgage, we need to really take a look at the EPC as a criteria for lending. And I already saw that when Tories were in power, some of the lenders were saying, well, if it's a C, we will take it on. If it's an E, we will probably still take it on, but we will ask you for a higher rate of interest. So clearly they're gonna make it harder for you to take on properties that are E or less than C, I should say. So in a nutshell, if you have got properties right now and you're sitting on it and they are not at a C, take the time, start to do things now. Don't wait 2 or 3 years down the line to start to get these properties upgraded. So there are some really easy stuff that you can do on most properties to increase your energy performance rating on these properties. I'm not a big fan on cavity wall insulation, because we've seen them in time. They fill in 10-15 years ago, they were filling in the cavity walls of houses with anything from papier-mâché to rubber and stuff like that. And what happened was water got into them, especially in the paper-based one, and then caused damp a lot more. And the challenge is then people had to go and pay somebody to basically hoover all of these out. So it was crazy. There's another one that I see quite a bit still in the loft, where they basically sprayed foam all over, and that is an absolute mess and carnage. Because what happens now, yes, no cold air comes in, but there's no ventilation at all in the building, and that has caused huge amount of damp issues. So be careful as to also the EPC stuff that you end up doing, but you've got to get on your bike and start to work towards getting those properties at an EPC rating that is C or better. So B or A. A is going to be really hard. That's more brand new build and new modern material. But at least aim for the C, at least for the next few years or so.